Discover the wonders of Chile. 9 amazing facts you didn't know. Chile is one of the most fascinating countries on Earth, full of mind-blowing landscapes, ancient mysteries, and natural marvels. From the driest desert in the world to penguins roaming near glaciers, today we'll uncover 7 incredible facts about Chile that will leave you amazed. So hit that like button if you're excited to explore with us, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more adventures around the globe. Ready to dive into Chile's wonders? Let's get started. When we think of deserts, our minds usually wander to vast, sandy dunes under the blazing sun. But Chile's Atacama Desert is something quite different, a place so unique that it's often referred to as the driest non-polar desert on Earth. Welcome to this otherworldly landscape, where life has learned to survive against all odds, and where scientists, astronomers, and explorers have found endless reasons to study and admire one of the most extreme environments on the planet. Located in northern Chile, the Atacama Desert stretches for more than 600 miles along the Pacific coast, sandwiched between the Andes Mountains to the east and the Pacific Ocean to the west. This desert spans approximately 49,000 square miles, which is larger than some small countries. And while it's hard to believe, many regions within the Atacama have recorded virtually no rainfall, ever. Yes, that's right. There are places in the Atacama where not a single drop of rain has been seen for centuries, making it one of the most arid places on Earth. But what makes the Atacama so dry? It all has to do with its geography and climate. You see, the desert is caught between 2 powerful natural barriers. To the east are the towering Andes Mountains, and to the west is the cold, dry air coming off the Pacific Ocean. These mountains create a double rain shadow effect, which blocks nearly all moisture from entering the region. Winds are forced to release their moisture over the Andes, leaving almost nothing by the time they reach the desert. Combine this with the cold, dry Humboldt Current that flows along the coast, and you have a climate that produces almost no rain. This extreme dryness has led to landscapes that are eerily barren, yet strangely beautiful. Imagine vast expanses of cracked earth, jagged salt flats that glisten in the sun, and strange rock formations that look like they belong on another planet. In fact, the Atacama is so dry and so lifeless in places that NASA has used it as a stand-in for Mars. The Atacama's Martian-like qualities have allowed scientists to test Mars rovers right here on Earth, exploring the desert's rocky terrain to see how their technology might fare on the Red Planet. And it's not just the terrain that draws scientists here. The Atacama Desert is also a hotspot for research in astrobiology, the study of life in extreme environments. You see, in the most desolate parts of the desert, it's difficult to find any trace of life at all. These are places so hostile that even bacteria struggle to survive. Scientists study these extreme conditions to understand how life might survive on other planets. If microbial life can exist in the Atacama's harsh, nutrient-poor soil, it could potentially survive in similar environments beyond Earth. But perhaps the most captivating reason scientists flock to the Atacama Desert is its night sky. With its high altitude, virtually zero light pollution, and exceptionally dry air, the Atacama offers some of the clearest, most breathtaking views of the universe available on Earth. It's no wonder that some of the world's largest and most advanced observatories are located here. One of these observatories is the ALMA Observatory, the Atacama Large Millimeter/Submillimeter Array. It's one of the most powerful telescopes ever built, and it's made up of 66 radio antennas spread across the desert. Together, these antennas capture faint radio waves from the depths of space, allowing scientists to peer into the farthest reaches of the universe. ALMA has provided groundbreaking insights into the formation of stars, galaxies, and even our own solar system. And it's not just scientists who get to marvel at the Atacama's night sky. Tourists from all over the world visit the desert for the chance to experience stargazing like nowhere else on Earth. Imagine lying back under an endless dome of stars, with the Milky Way stretching across the sky in vivid detail. You can see countless stars, distant planets, and even shooting stars illuminating the still, silent desert. It's an experience that has left many visitors in awe and often leads them to reflect on the sheer vastness of the cosmos. But beyond its scientific value, the Atacama Desert is also rich in cultural history. This region has been home to indigenous peoples for thousands of years. The Atacamino, or Licon Ontai people, have called the desert their home for centuries, developing ways to thrive in this harsh environment. They built intricate irrigation systems, cultivated crops, and left behind stunning petroglyphs and ancient ruins that tell the story of their lives and beliefs. For these communities, the desert is more than just a barren landscape. It's a place filled with spiritual significance, where mountains, rivers, and valleys are seen as living entities with their own spirits. Today, visitors can explore some of these ancient sites, learning about the desert's indigenous heritage and the traditional ways of life that have adapted to this challenging environment. The Atacama is a place where ancient history and cutting-edge science come together, creating a landscape that's as rich in cultural significance as it is in scientific potential. So, what can we take away from a place like the Atacama Desert? It's more than just a dry stretch of land. The Atacama is a reminder of the Earth's incredible diversity and the surprising ways life can adapt to even the harshest environments. It's a place where humans, too, have learned to adapt and thrive. From ancient cultures to modern science, the Atacama Desert offers a glimpse into our past and a vision of our future. And for those who are lucky enough to visit, it provides a profound experience, a chance to witness the quiet beauty and mystery of one of the most extreme and awe-inspiring places on our planet. Chile, a country renowned for its natural beauty, towering mountains, and vibrant culture. But beyond the breathtaking landscapes lies a powerful, and sometimes destructive, force of nature. Chile is located along one of the world's most geologically active regions, known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. This location makes it one of the most earthquake-prone countries on the planet. Today, we're going to dive deep into what it means to live in a land of earthquakes and discover why Chile has experienced some of the most powerful tremors in recorded history. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is the Ring of Fire? The Ring of Fire is a horseshoe-shaped zone that stretches for about 25,000 miles around the edges of the Pacific Ocean. This area is infamous for its intense seismic activity, with frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Roughly 75% of the world's active volcanoes and about 90% of the world's earthquakes occur along this zone. Chile sits right on the western edge of the South American tectonic plate, where it collides with the Nazca Plate, an oceanic tectonic plate. This collision is known as a subduction zone, where one tectonic plate is forced under another. The intense pressure and friction between these plates build up over time, eventually releasing energy in the form of an earthquake. Chile's position along this subduction zone makes it one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world. In Chile, earthquakes aren't a rare occurrence. Minor tremors happen frequently, and most Chileans have learned to live with them. In fact, Chileans have become remarkably well prepared for these events. The country has some of the strictest building codes in the world, designed to ensure that structures can withstand the frequent seismic activity. From schools to hospitals to office buildings, Chile's infrastructure has been fortified over decades to reduce damage and prevent loss of life during an earthquake. Not only are the buildings built to resist earthquakes, but Chile's government and emergency services have also developed efficient response systems. Regular earthquake drills are conducted across the country, teaching citizens what to do in the event of a major quake. Children learn earthquake safety in schools from a young age, and families are encouraged to have emergency kits at home, complete with first aid supplies, water, and non-perishable food. Chile's preparedness has saved countless lives, and their approach is often seen as a model for other earthquake-prone countries. But despite all the preparation, some earthquakes are so powerful that they leave an indelible mark on history. One of these unforgettable events was the Great Chilean Earthquake of 1960, also known as the Valdivia Earthquake. This earthquake struck on May 22, 1960, with a staggering magnitude of 9.5, the most powerful earthquake ever recorded. To put that into perspective, a magnitude 9.5 earthquake releases more than 30 times the energy of a 9.0 quake, an unimaginable amount of power. The 1960 earthquake struck near the city of Valdivia in southern Chile. It was so strong that it lasted nearly 10 minutes, causing widespread devastation across the region. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to rubble, rivers changed their courses, and landslides buried villages. Thousands of people lost their homes, and tragically, more than 1,600 lives were lost in the initial quake and the aftermath. But the destruction didn't stop with the quake itself. The seismic event triggered a massive tsunami that traveled across the Pacific Ocean. Within 15 minutes, the Chilean coast was struck by waves up to 25 meters, or about 80 feet high. The tsunami traveled across the ocean, causing destruction as far away as Hawaii, Japan, and the Philippines, where the waves still reached heights of up to 10 meters, or about 33 feet. Even today, the 1960 Valdivia earthquake holds the record for the largest earthquake in recorded history. It left a lasting impact not only on the people of Chile but also on the field of seismology, leading scientists to study and understand these colossal forces of nature more closely. Since the Valdivia earthquake, Chile has experienced several other powerful quakes. In 2010, a magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck near Concepcion, about 200 miles south of the capital, Santiago. This earthquake was so powerful that it actually shortened the Earth's day by a fraction of a second due to the shift in the planet's mass. Advances in technology and seismology have helped Chile become even more prepared for future quakes. Modern seismometers and sensors detect even the smallest tremors, providing critical data for scientists to study. Chile also has an early warning system, which gives people precious seconds to find safety before the strongest shaking begins. These advances help save lives and minimize damage. For Chileans, earthquakes are a fact of life. It's not uncommon for people in Chile to feel small tremors every week or even daily. They refer to these minor quakes as temblors, which means tremors. It's part of daily life, and most people simply shrug them off. But beyond the day-to-day resilience, there is also a deep respect for the power of nature. Earthquakes, or terremotos as they're called in Chile, are reminders of the delicate balance between humanity and the earth. Chilean culture has developed around this awareness. Stories, folklore, and even architecture reflect the understanding that the land itself is always shifting, always moving. So, what can the world learn from Chile, the land of earthquakes? Chile's approach to living with earthquakes is a lesson in resilience and adaptation. By building earthquake-resistant infrastructure, investing in early warning systems, and educating its citizens, Chile has transformed from a country often devastated by earthquakes to one of the world's most prepared nations. Countries all over the world, especially those along the Ring of Fire, have looked to Chile as a model for earthquake preparedness. But more than just technology and infrastructure, it's the spirit of the people. Their adaptability, resilience, and understanding of the natural forces around them that truly defines Chile's relationship with earthquakes. Chile, the land of earthquakes, reminds us that even in the face of immense natural forces, humanity can learn to adapt, prepare, and thrive. It's a story of strength, science, and respect for the powerful planet we all share. Far out in the Pacific Ocean lies an island like no other, Easter Island, or as it's traditionally called, Rapa Nui. Known worldwide for its giant stone statues, the Moai, Easter Island is one of the most isolated inhabited places on Earth, located over 2,000 miles from the coast of Chile. This isolation has helped to preserve the island's rich and enigmatic history, turning it into a place that captures the imagination of archaeologists, historians, and travelers alike. Imagine a tiny speck in the vast Pacific, surrounded by thousands of miles of open water. That's Easter Island. This triangular island covers just 63 square miles, yet it's one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. The nearest inhabited land is over 1,200 miles away, and the nearest continental point, the coast of Chile, is more than 2,000 miles to the east. Easter Island's isolation has preserved its unique culture, traditions, and mysterious monuments. But this remoteness has also posed challenges for its people, as they adapted to the limited resources of their island home. Despite these challenges, the Rapa Nui people created a complex society and built the iconic Moai statues that have captivated the world's curiosity for centuries. The Moai statues are perhaps the most iconic feature of Easter Island. These massive stone figures, with their elongated faces and solemn expressions, were carved by the Rapa Nui people between the 13th and 16th centuries. Today, around 900 Moai can be found scattered across the island, some standing tall on stone platforms called ahu, while others lie unfinished in quarries. But why did the Rapa Nui people build these giant statues? Although the exact purpose of the Moai remains a mystery, most scholars believe they were created to honor ancestors and leaders. Each Moai was carved to represent the spirit of a significant ancestor, and they were placed on platforms overlooking the villages, as if to watch over the people and protect the land. The statues are remarkable not only for their size. Some of the tallest Moai stand over 30 feet high and weigh up to 80 tons, but also for the incredible effort it must have taken to carve and transport them. The Rapa Nui people used simple stone tools to chisel each statue out of volcanic rock, often taking years to complete a single Moai. Then, they faced the monumental task of moving these statues across the island, sometimes over miles of rugged terrain. One of the greatest mysteries surrounding the Moai is how the Rapa Nui people managed to transport these massive statues. Without wheels, draft animals, or modern machinery, moving a statue that weighed tens of tons would have been an incredible feat. There are various theories about how they did it. One popular theory suggests that the statues were placed on logs and rolled across the island. Others believe the Rapa Nui used a walking technique, rocking the statues side to side to inch them forward. In recent years, archaeologists have even experimented with these theories, attempting to walk replica moai by rocking them from side to side. They found that, with enough people working together, the statues could indeed be walked across short distances, offering a possible explanation for how the Rapa Nui transported their moai without the use of wheels. While the moai statues are a testament to the creativity and resilience of the Rapa Nui people, Easter Island's history is also marked by environmental challenges. As the population grew, the demand for resources increased, leading to deforestation and soil depletion. Over time, the island's once lush forests vanished, and the Rapa Nui faced food shortages and societal strain. Some researchers believe that the deforestation was partly due to the construction and transport of the moai. The Rapa Nui likely used trees to make tools, build shelters, and perhaps even create sledges or rollers to move the statues. As resources dwindled, the society faced immense pressure. There's evidence that these challenges may have led to conflicts, as rival clans possibly competed for control over resources and even engaged in battles over the moai statues themselves. European explorers arrived on Easter Island in 1722, when Dutch navigator Jacob Roggeveen first set foot on the island on Easter Sunday, hence its name in English. By that time, the island's resources were already severely depleted, and the population had declined. Later, contact with Europeans brought new diseases and slave raids, which further decimated the population. During the 19th century, many Rapa Nui people were captured and taken as slaves to work in the mines and plantations of South America. Those who survived and eventually returned brought with them new diseases that spread across the island. The population was reduced to a mere fraction of what it had once been. This tragic period greatly impacted the Rapa Nui people and disrupted many of their cultural practices, including the building of moai. Today, Easter Island is a special territory of Chile, and its people are working to preserve their unique heritage. The Rapa Nui community is deeply connected to its traditions, language, and ancestral sites, and many islanders are actively involved in efforts to protect the moai and other sacred sites. The island has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a large portion of the land is protected within the Rapa Nui National Park. Restoration efforts on the moai and their platforms, along with archaeological studies, are helping to uncover more about the island's ancient culture. Cultural festivals and traditional ceremonies are celebrated each year, keeping the Rapa Nui spirit alive and passing down knowledge to younger generations. Tourism has become a major part of Easter Island's economy, drawing thousands of visitors each year who come to marvel at the moai and explore the island's mysteries. While tourism brings economic benefits, it also presents challenges in preserving the island's fragile environment and cultural heritage. Responsible tourism is essential to ensure that Easter Island's history and natural beauty can be appreciated by future generations. For the Rapa Nui people, the moai are not just statues. They are a symbol of their ancestors, their resilience, and their connection to the land. Each moai holds a story, and together they represent the enduring spirit of the Rapa Nui. As visitors, we have the privilege of experiencing this unique culture, and we also share the responsibility of respecting and preserving its legacy. Easter Island remains a place of wonder, where ancient mysteries and cultural resilience continue to captivate the world. From the giant moai statues that gaze out over the Pacific, to the vibrant culture of the Rapa Nui people, Easter Island offers a glimpse into the ingenuity and spirit of an ancient civilization that thrived against all odds. An island of mystery, a land of resilience, and a culture that defies time, Easter Island stands as a remarkable testament to the creativity, strength, and enduring legacy of the Rapa Nui people. It's a reminder of our shared history and the power of human ingenuity, even in the most isolated corners of the earth. Chile, a country with a shape so distinct, it's almost unbelievable. Imagine a ribbon of land stretching down the western edge of South America, over 2,600 miles, or 4,300 kilometers, from the arid deserts of the north all the way to the icy wilderness of Antarctica. But while Chile may be one of the longest countries in the world, its width averages just 110 miles, or about 177 kilometers. This unique geography, long and narrow, creates a country of stunning contrasts, where climates and landscapes vary wildly as you travel from one end to the other. Today, let's explore what makes Chile's geography so special and how it shapes life within this remarkable country. Let's begin our journey in northern Chile, where we encounter one of the most extreme landscapes on Earth, the Atacama Desert. Stretching for hundreds of miles, the Atacama is one of the driest places in the world. In some areas, rainfall hasn't been recorded for centuries. Yet, Despite this harsh environment, life has found a way to survive. The Atacama is home to unique plants and animals that have adapted to the extreme dryness, and small communities live here, relying on ancient water sources that are hidden deep underground. Adding to the desert's allure is its famously clear sky, almost completely free of clouds year-round. This makes the Atacama a paradise for astronomers. Some of the world's most advanced telescopes and observatories are found here, allowing scientists to study the stars in unparalleled clarity. In this sense, the Atacama isn't just a desert, it's a window to the universe. Heading south, we leave behind the stark desert landscape and enter central Chile. This region, which includes Chile's capital, Santiago, has a Mediterranean climate, with warm, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. In many ways, it's similar to the climate of California or the Mediterranean region of Europe. This climate makes central Chile the agricultural heartland of the country, producing abundant fruits, vegetables, and the world-renowned Chilean wine. Central Chile's fertile valleys and moderate weather have allowed its agriculture to thrive. The vineyards here produce some of the finest wines in the world, particularly Carmenere and Cabernet Sauvignon. This area is also home to nearly half of Chile's population, who enjoy the balanced climate and the bustling energy of cities like Santiago and Valparaiso. Central Chile has become a vibrant hub of Chilean culture, business, and agriculture, demonstrating the diversity that exists within this narrow strip of land. Traveling further south, we reach Chile's Lake District, where the scenery changes dramatically. Lush forests, sparkling lakes, and snow-capped volcanoes define this region, creating a landscape that feels almost enchanted. This area has a temperate rainforest climate, with ample rainfall that feeds into the region's many rivers and lakes, creating a landscape rich with life. The Southern Lake District is a popular destination for tourists, who come to experience the natural beauty, hike through ancient forests, and relax by the pristine lakes. Indigenous Mapuche communities, who have lived in this area for centuries, share a deep connection with the land and its resources. Their traditions and knowledge are woven into the fabric of the region, adding a layer of cultural richness to the natural beauty that surrounds them. As we continue southward, we enter Patagonia, a place that has captured the imagination of explorers, adventurers, and nature lovers from around the world. This region is known for its wild and rugged landscapes, with towering mountains, sprawling glaciers, and vast open plains. The climate here is unpredictable, with strong winds, sudden rain showers, and temperatures that can change rapidly. Patagonia's extreme conditions have shaped a unique ecosystem, home to guanacos, pumas, and the Andean condor. Patagonia's beauty is awe-inspiring, yet it's also a reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature. Many adventurers come to Patagonia to hike in the Torres del Paine National Park, one of the most breathtakingly beautiful places on the planet. Its towering granite peaks, turquoise lakes, and expansive glaciers are a testament to the geological forces that shaped this land. Our journey through Chile wouldn't be complete without mentioning its southernmost reaches. Chile claims a part of Antarctica, making it one of the few countries with territory on the icy continent. Here, the climate is harsh and unforgiving, with temperatures often plummeting below freezing, and the landscape is dominated by vast ice sheets and glaciers. Although uninhabited by a permanent population, Chilean researchers have established scientific bases in Antarctica. These research stations allow scientists to study climate change, marine ecosystems, and the unique species that inhabit this frozen environment. The presence of Chile in Antarctica demonstrates the country's commitment to exploration, research, and environmental preservation. Running along Chile's eastern border is the Andes, the longest continental mountain range in the world. The Andes are much more than a scenic backdrop, they are the backbone of Chile, influencing everything from the climate to the culture. These towering mountains create a natural barrier that affects weather patterns, giving western Chile its coastal climate while shielding it from the humid air of the Amazon basin on the eastern side. The Andes also provide resources essential to Chile's economy, particularly in mining. Chile is the world's largest producer of copper, with many mines located high in the Andes. The mountains are a source of water as well, with rivers flowing down from the melting snowcaps, supplying water to cities and farmland below. On the western side, Chile is bounded by the Pacific Ocean, giving the country an extensive coastline of over 4,000 miles. The Pacific shapes life in Chile, influencing the culture, economy, and even the cuisine. Chileans have a deep connection to the sea, with fishing and seafood playing an important role in their diet. Coastal cities, like Valparaiso, have developed rich maritime traditions, and the ocean remains central to life in these areas. The Pacific Ocean also brings unique weather patterns, particularly the cool Humboldt Current, which flows up from Antarctica along the Chilean coast. This current brings nutrient-rich waters that support diverse marine life, including fish, sea lions, and penguins, creating some of the world's most productive fishing grounds. Chile's geography is a study in contrasts, a place where deserts give way to fertile valleys, lush forests lead into icy fjords, and towering mountains overlook endless oceans. This diverse landscape has shaped a country that's as varied as its geography. Each region offers a distinct climate, culture, and way of life, creating a unique tapestry that's as remarkable as the land itself. From the Atacama Desert to the icy shores of Antarctica, Chile's geography tells a story of resilience, beauty, and wonder. It's a country that invites exploration and discovery, where each region holds its own secrets and surprises. So whether you're drawn to the stars in the northern desert, the wines of the Central Valleys, or the glaciers of Patagonia, Chile is a place that captivates, surprises, and leaves an unforgettable impression on all who visit. Chile, a land known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich history, and, of course, its exceptional wines. As one of the largest wine producers in the world, Chile has earned a reputation for crafting some of the finest wines, with an emphasis on robust reds, crisp whites, and a unique character that has made it a paradise for wine lovers. Whether you're a connoisseur or a casual enthusiast, the country's wines have something to offer for every palate. Today, we'll take you through the heart of Chile's wine country, from its legendary vineyards in the Central Valley to the world-renowned varietals that have put Chile on the global wine map. Chile's winemaking history dates back to the 16th century, when Spanish conquistadors first brought grapevines to the region. The fertile land, combined with a climate that mimicked the Mediterranean, made Chile an ideal location for growing wine grapes. For centuries, the country's wine production has been intertwined with its culture, and over time, it has evolved into one of the world's top wine producers. In the early days, wine production in Chile was primarily for local consumption, but as the years went by, Chile's wines began to make a name for themselves beyond their borders. Today, Chile's wines are sold in more than 100 countries, and the country is known not only for its quantity of production but, more importantly, the high quality that has made Chilean wine one of the most sought after in the world. Let's take a step deeper into the country's wine regions, and there's no better place to start than the Central Valley. Spanning the heart of Chile, this valley is a wine lover's dream. Nestled between the Andes Mountains to the east and the coastal range to the west, the valley benefits from a perfect Mediterranean climate: hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. This climate, along with the rich soil and consistent sunlight, creates ideal conditions for growing a wide variety of grapes. The Central Valley is home to some of the most renowned wine regions in Chile, including the Maipo Valley, Colchagua Valley, and Rapel Valley. These regions produce a diverse array of wines, but they're particularly known for their exceptional red wines. The combination of soil, climate, and the expertise of local winemakers has made the Central Valley an internationally recognized wine-growing region. Now, let's explore the varietals that have earned Chile its place among the wine world's elite. First, let's talk about one of the world's most famous grapes, Cabernet Sauvignon. Chile's climate is ideal for this bold, full-bodied red wine. The Maipo Valley, in particular, is known for producing some of the finest Cabernet Sauvignon in the world. Rich in dark fruit flavors, with hints of pepper and tobacco, this wine is a staple on dinner tables around the globe. But Chile is also home to a unique gem in the wine world, Carmenere. Originally thought to be a type of Merlot, Carmenere was rediscovered in Chile in the 1990s and quickly became a national treasure. With its deep, purple hue, Carmenere boasts rich flavors of blackberries, plums, and spices, with a touch of green pepper and earthy undertones. This wine has quickly become a symbol of Chile's winemaking prowess, and it is now one of the country's signature varieties. Chilean Carmenere has an unmistakable style, and its unique characteristics are deeply tied to the country's climate and soil, making it a rare and sought-after wine. If you're ever in Chile, trying a glass of Carmenere is an absolute must. While Chile is best known for its reds, the country also produces some exceptional white wines, and none more famous than Sauvignon Blanc. Chile's coastal regions, like Casablanca Valley, are perfect for growing this crisp, refreshing white wine. With cool ocean breezes and plenty of sunshine, Sauvignon Blanc from Chile offers a bright, citrusy flavor profile with notes of green apple, lime, and sometimes even a touch of minerality. Chile's Sauvignon Blanc is light, vibrant, and perfect for warm weather, whether you're enjoying a seafood dish by the coast or simply sipping on a warm afternoon. Along with Sauvignon Blanc, Chile also produces Chardonnay and Viognier, both of which showcase the country's versatility in crafting wines across the spectrum. What makes Chile's wine industry even more remarkable is its focus on sustainability. Chile has taken great strides to ensure that its winemaking process is not only environmentally responsible but also sustainable for future generations. Many vineyards use organic and biodynamic farming methods, reducing their impact on the land and the environment. The use of natural pest control, water conservation, and minimizing the use of chemical fertilizers are just some of the ways winemakers are creating wines that are as sustainable as they are delicious. Chile's commitment to sustainability is part of a larger trend in the global wine industry, where the balance between tradition and innovation is key. The country's long, narrow geography, with its unique environmental conditions, provides the perfect opportunity to cultivate wines that are both eco-friendly and of the highest quality. Visiting Chile's wine regions isn't just about tasting great wines, it's about experiencing the culture, history, and beauty of the land. Wine tourism has become an integral part of the Chilean experience, with vineyards offering wine tours, tastings, and even gourmet dining. Imagine sipping a glass of Carmenere while overlooking the sun-drenched hills of the Colchagua Valley, or enjoying a fresh Sauvignon Blanc with a seafood dish at a vineyard restaurant overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Chile's wine regions are not only beautiful, but they're also steeped in history. Many of the vineyards have been passed down through generations, and the stories of their founders are woven into the fabric of Chile's winemaking legacy. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned wine lover, Chile's wine tourism is an experience you won't forget. Chile's wine industry continues to grow in influence on the international stage, with Chilean wines regularly receiving awards at prestigious wine competitions. The country's dedication to quality, sustainability, and innovation has made it a serious contender in the global wine market. From the bustling wine regions of the Central Valley to the cool, coastal Casablanca Valley, Chile is proving that it's not just about quantity. It's about crafting wines that stand out in flavor, complexity, and character. Today, Chile is a leader in the world of wine, and its wines continue to earn the admiration of connoisseurs and casual drinkers alike. Whether you're savoring a glass of bold Cabernet Sauvignon, indulging in the smooth richness of Carmenere, or refreshing yourself with a chilled Sauvignon Blanc, Chile has something to offer every wine enthusiast. From its rich history and diverse regions to its world-class wines and commitment to sustainability, Chile truly is a wine lover's paradise. Whether you're enjoying a glass in a vineyard surrounded by rolling hills, or savoring a bottle at home, Chile's wines offer an experience that reflects the passion, tradition, and innovation that go into every bottle. Chile's southern frontier, a land of incredible natural beauty, untamed wilderness, and unexpected wonders. In the southern regions of Chile, particularly in Patagonia, the landscape feels almost otherworldly, where glaciers carve their way through towering mountains, fjords twist and turn through the land, and wildlife thrives in ways that seem almost magical. This is a region of contrasts, where ice and water dominate the scenery, and nature reigns supreme. But there's more to this remote corner of the world than just glaciers and dramatic landscapes. There's an incredible diversity of life, including several species of penguins that call these frigid waters home. So, let's dive into the world of Chile's southern landscapes, home to glaciers, fjords, and, of course, some of the most charming creatures on the planet, penguins. Let's start our journey in the heart of Patagonia, one of the most breathtaking and remote regions in the world. Patagonia stretches across both Argentina and Chile, but the Chilean portion of Patagonia is particularly famous for its glaciers, fjords, and vast untouched wilderness. The rugged terrain here is nothing short of spectacular: towering mountains, deep blue lakes, and a coastline full of dramatic fjords that stretch out like fingers reaching into the Pacific Ocean. The southern Patagonian ice field, one of the largest ice fields outside of the poles, is a major highlight of this region. This vast expanse of ice feeds numerous glaciers, some of which reach all the way to the sea, where icebergs break off and drift into the fjords. One of the most iconic of these glaciers is the Perito Moreno Glacier, a massive sheet of ice that continues to advance, shedding huge chunks into the waters below. The sight of these giant pieces of ice crashing into the fjords is a dramatic reminder of the immense power of nature. Patagonia's glaciers aren't just beautiful, they're also a key part of the ecosystem, helping to maintain the balance of freshwater in this wild region. But these glaciers are also under threat, as climate change causes many of them to recede. The Chilean government has designated parts of Patagonia as national parks to protect these invaluable landscapes. One of the most famous national parks is Torres del Paine, a UNESCO biosphere reserve that attracts trekkers from around the world. Torres del Paine is a hiker's paradise, offering spectacular views of jagged peaks, glaciers, and turquoise lakes. The park is home to an impressive range of wildlife, including Andean condors, pumas, and guanacos. But perhaps the most striking thing about this national park is the combination of land and ice. Giant glaciers, like the Gray Glacier, create dramatic vistas as they meet the waters of Lake Gray, providing visitors with some of the most breathtaking views on the planet. Chile's southern coastline, particularly in Patagonia, is a maze of fjords, islands, and waterways. These fjords were carved by glaciers over millions of years and create a rugged, intricate coastline that is only accessible by boat or on foot. These dramatic landscapes are one of the defining features of southern Chile, offering some of the most remote and untouched areas on Earth. The fjords are also home to rich marine ecosystems, teeming with life. Sea lions, dolphins, and a variety of seabirds thrive in these waters, feeding on the abundant fish and plankton. The fjords of Chile are not just a natural wonder to behold, they're an integral part of the country's biodiversity. But the most delightful surprise of all in southern Chile is the wildlife that calls this harsh and icy region home. Among the most iconic of these animals are the penguins. While most people think of penguins as creatures of the Arctic, Chile's southern coasts are home to several species that have adapted to life in these cold, southern hemisphere waters. Chile is home to several species of penguins, including the Humboldt, Magellanic, and even the endangered king penguin. The Magellanic penguin, for example, nests along the southern coast of Chile, on islands like Magdalena Island, where thousands of penguins gather each year to breed. Their black and white plumage, with a distinctive stripe across their heads, makes them one of the most recognizable animals in the world. Magellanic penguins are one of the most common species in Chile, and they are incredibly well adapted to life in the southern waters. These penguins are known for their long migratory journeys, traveling as far north as Brazil in search of food before returning to the southern coasts to breed. The islands off the coast of southern Chile, such as the famous Isla Magdalena, host large penguin colonies during the breeding season, where visitors can observe these adorable birds up close in their natural habitat. Magellanic penguins form tight-knit communities, and their unique behaviors, from their courtship rituals to their parenting, make them fascinating to watch. These penguins dig burrows in the sandy earth or use the rocks along the coastline to protect their eggs from the harsh winds and cold temperatures. Perhaps the most majestic of all the penguins in Chile is the king penguin. Although rare, king penguins can be found in small numbers in Chile, mainly on the islands of the southernmost part of the country. These penguins are the second largest penguin species in the world, and their striking appearance, bright orange and yellow markings on their heads, makes them particularly spectacular to see. Seeing a king penguin in the wild is a rare and awe-inspiring experience. The isolation of Chile's far southern islands means that only a few lucky visitors get the chance to witness these incredible creatures in their natural environment. The beauty of Chile's southern region isn't just in its animals, but in its untouched landscapes. Patagonia is a haven for those who seek adventure in the wilderness. Trekking, kayaking, and wildlife photography are just a few of the ways visitors can immerse themselves in this remote region. The rugged terrain offers a challenge for even the most experienced adventurers, but the rewards are worth it. The chance to explore glaciers, fjords, and pristine forests, with a company of penguins and other incredible wildlife. Chile's southern regions, from the glaciers of Patagonia to the penguin colonies along the coast, are a testament to the power of nature. Here, the forces of ice, water, and wind have shaped a landscape that is both awe-inspiring and fragile. The wildlife that calls this region home, from penguins to pumas, has adapted to the harsh conditions, creating a unique ecosystem that remains one of the last great wildernesses on Earth. For those who venture to the far southern reaches of Chile, the reward is clear: an unforgettable journey into a land where nature thrives in its purest form. A place where glaciers meet the sea, penguins waddle along the shores, and the wilderness remains as untamed and awe-inspiring as it has been for millennia. Imagine standing beneath the clearest sky you've ever seen. A sky so vast and so full of stars that it feels like the universe is unfolding right above you. This isn't a dream, but a reality in northern Chile, particularly in the Atacama Desert, one of the best places on Earth to observe the night sky. The Atacama, renowned for its dry climate and lack of light pollution, has become a global hub for stargazing and astronomical research. It's here that some of the most advanced telescopes in the world are trained on the heavens, unlocking the mysteries of the universe and offering a glimpse into the wonders of the cosmos. Today, we're going to journey into this stargazing paradise and explore why northern Chile has become the center of astronomical observation on the planet. Let's begin by exploring the heart of this astronomical wonderland, the Atacama Desert. Stretching across northern Chile, The Atacama is often referred to as the driest desert on Earth. Some areas of this desert have not seen rain in over 400 years. The region's extreme dryness, combined with high altitudes and clear skies, create the perfect conditions for stargazing. The Atacama Desert sits at altitudes of 2,000 to 3,000 meters above sea level, which gives it an extra advantage. The thinner atmosphere provides less distortion of light, making stars appear brighter and sharper. Without the moisture and cloud cover that are common in many other regions, the Atacama offers incredibly clear skies. This combination of factors creates an almost unmatched location for astronomers and stargazers. To understand why the skies in northern Chile are so perfect for stargazing, let's take a closer look at what makes the Atacama Desert so unique. First and foremost, the region's extreme dryness ensures that there's very little water vapor in the air, and that's critical for clear visibility. Water vapor in the atmosphere can scatter light, causing stars to appear blurry or dimmer. The lack of moisture in the Atacama keeps the sky crystal clear, with minimal interference. In addition to this, the Atacama's high altitudes mean that observers are above much of the Earth's atmosphere. This reduces atmospheric interference, which is a major challenge for astronomers working at sea level. Being closer to space allows telescopes in the Atacama to capture images of stars, planets, and galaxies with incredible clarity and detail. Now that we understand why northern Chile is such an ideal place for stargazing, let's talk about one of the most significant institutions that call this region home, the ALMA Observatory. ALMA, or the Atacama Large Millimeter/Submillimeter Array, is a global leader in astronomical research and one of the most advanced observatories in the world. Located at an altitude of 5,000 meters in the high plains of the Atacama Desert, ALMA consists of 66 high-precision antennas, some of which are as large as 12 meters in diameter. These antennas are strategically placed to work together as an array, allowing them to observe the universe in unprecedented detail. ALMA's focus is on the millimeter and submillimeter wavelengths of light, which allow astronomers to study distant phenomena such as the formation of stars, galaxies, and even planets in the very early stages of their existence. What's fascinating about ALMA is that its location in the Atacama Desert, where the sky is almost completely free of light pollution, allows it to capture some of the most detailed images of space that we've ever seen. From the birthplaces of stars to distant galaxies billions of light-years away, ALMA's work has revolutionized our understanding of the universe. In addition to ALMA, another landmark of astronomical exploration is the Very Large Telescope, or VLT, located at the Paranal Observatory, also in northern Chile. Situated in the Atacama Desert, the VLT is part of the European Southern Observatory Network and consists of 4 massive telescopes, each 8.2 meters in diameter. These telescopes can work together to form an even more powerful observational system, with the ability to observe distant objects in the universe in incredible detail. The VLT has been instrumental in observing exoplanets, studying the atmosphere of distant stars, and helping us understand the complex structure of galaxies. Just like ALMA, the VLT benefits from the Atacama's unparalleled skies, which make it one of the most advanced observatories in the world. But it's not just professional astronomers who are drawn to northern Chile's skies. The Atacama Desert has become a top destination for stargazing enthusiasts and tourists alike. Every year, people from all corners of the globe travel to Chile to experience its skies firsthand. The clear nights in the Atacama offer a spectacular opportunity for star lovers to gaze up and be amazed by the stars, planets, and constellations that are visible from this remote desert. There are a variety of stargazing tours available in the Atacama, and many of these tours offer expert guides who help you identify planets, constellations, and other celestial objects. The lack of light pollution in this region means that the stars shine brighter than anywhere else, creating a surreal experience for visitors. Imagine lying under the vast, star-filled sky with the Milky Way stretching across the horizon, while experts point out distant galaxies and constellations that most people have only seen in pictures. Chile's dominance in the field of astronomy is no accident. Its location, far from the light pollution of major cities, combined with its ideal atmospheric conditions, makes it a natural hub for astronomical research. In fact, more than 40% of the world's astronomical observations are made from Chilean soil. The country's commitment to advancing the field of astronomy is also reflected in the continued construction of state-of-the-art observatories in northern Chile. The region's unparalleled sky has made it an indispensable location for astronomers, researchers, and even students of astronomy from around the world. So, what can you see when you look up into the night sky in the Atacama Desert? In addition to the dazzling stars, the Atacama offers views of several planets, including Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. The Milky Way is often visible in all its glory, stretching across the sky in a sweeping arc. For those with a keen eye, the southern sky offers a completely different view from the northern hemisphere, where constellations like the Southern Cross take center stage. You can also catch a glimpse of distant galaxies, nebulae, and star clusters through high-powered telescopes that are available for visitors. The clarity of the night sky in the Atacama is unparalleled, and even the naked eye can pick out distant celestial objects that are normally obscured by light pollution. From professional astronomers to curious tourists, the Atacama Desert's night sky is a treasure trove of wonder, waiting to be explored. With its clear skies, minimal light pollution, and high-altitude observatories, northern Chile has become the ultimate destination for stargazing and astronomical discovery. Whether you're standing beneath the stars, learning about the wonders of space, or simply marveling at the vastness of the universe, the Atacama offers an experience that is out of this world. Stretching over 4,300 miles along the Pacific Ocean, Chile's coastline is one of the longest in the world. But it's not just the length that makes Chile's beaches and coastal landscapes so remarkable. It's the diversity, the beauty, and the wild, untamed nature of the land and sea. From the arid northern beaches to the lush and rugged southern coasts, Chile's coastline offers a wide range of landscapes, each more stunning than the last. This vast expanse draws people from all over the world, whether they're surfers chasing the perfect wave, divers exploring the rich underwater ecosystems, or beach lovers seeking paradise along the Pacific shores. In this journey, we'll explore what makes Chile's coastline so special and why it continues to be a favorite for those who seek adventure and relaxation by the sea. Chile's coastline, which stretches from the desert in the north to the glacial waters in the south, is as diverse as it is long. Covering an incredible 4,300 miles, this narrow country has a coast that touches almost every climate zone imaginable. From sandy, sun-drenched beaches to dramatic cliffs, dense forests, and even glaciers reaching the sea, Chile offers a world of coastal wonders that few countries can rival. One of the remarkable things about Chile's coastline is its variety. The country's long, slender shape means that no matter where you are, you're never far from the ocean. The coastline is not only a haven for beach lovers but a crucial part of the country's identity, influencing everything from culture to cuisine, economy, and lifestyle. Our journey begins in the north, where the arid Atacama Desert meets the Pacific Ocean. The beaches here are unlike any other, with golden sands and stunning rock formations, set against the backdrop of towering dunes and cactus-strewn deserts. The beaches of northern Chile, including those around the city of Iquique, are known for their unique landscapes. Vast, open expanses where the desert meets the water's edge, creating an almost surreal contrast. While the northern coast may not be the tropical paradise you might imagine, it offers its own allure. Surfers flock here for the consistent and powerful waves that break along its shores. Iquique, for example, is a favorite spot for surfers from around the world, thanks to its warm weather, strong winds, and excellent wave conditions. As we move south, the landscape begins to change. Central Chile, with its Mediterranean climate, is home to some of the country's most popular beaches. This is where many Chileans and international tourists head to spend their summer vacations. The beaches here are beautiful, with golden sand stretching along the coast, framed by lush hills and vibrant coastal towns. The famous resort towns of Vina del Mar and Valparaiso are located along this stretch of coastline. Vina del Mar is often referred to as the Garden City because of its lovely parks, flower-filled walkways, and beautiful beaches. It's known for its beach clubs, luxury resorts, and vibrant nightlife, making it one of Chile's most famous vacation destinations. Valparaiso, just a short distance away, is a UNESCO World Heritage City known for its colorful hillside houses, artistic culture, and lively port. As we continue our journey south, the landscape becomes wilder and more rugged. The southern coastline of Chile is a land of fjords, glaciers, and towering cliffs. This part of Chile is known for its dramatic, remote beauty, where the Pacific Ocean crashes against the wild shores of Patagonia. The weather is harsher here, with cooler temperatures and strong winds, but it's also home to some of the most pristine and untouched natural environments in the world. The southern coast of Chile is less visited than the northern and central beaches, but for those who make the journey, the rewards are unforgettable. The fjords and channels of Chilean Patagonia are a playground for adventure lovers. Here, you can explore the glaciers of the southern Patagonian icefield, go kayaking through the serene waters, and witness the incredible wildlife that inhabits the region. Sea lions, dolphins, and even penguins. Chile's coastline is also famous for its rich marine life. The waters off the coast are teeming with fish, sea mammals, and vibrant underwater ecosystems, making it a prime location for diving and snorkeling. The Humboldt Current, which flows up the coast from Antarctica, brings with it an abundance of marine life, including species of fish, sea lions, whales, and even penguins. One of the best-known spots for marine life is the island of Chiloé, which is famous for its rich biodiversity. In the waters around Chiloé, you can encounter sea otters, dolphins, and even the occasional whale. The coastal waters here are a paradise for divers and nature lovers who are eager to explore the vibrant, untouched world beneath the surface. Chile's coastline is more than just a place for relaxation and adventure. It's also deeply tied to the country's culture and economy. The sea has shaped the Chilean way of life for centuries, and it plays an important role in the nation's economy. Fishing, both for commercial and artisanal purposes, is one of Chile's largest industries, and its coastal towns are the heart of this vital trade. Chile is one of the world's largest producers of seafood, and the coastline provides a steady supply of fish, shellfish, and seaweed. The Pacific Ocean is also essential to Chile's export economy, with ports like Valparaiso and San Antonio serving as major hubs for trade. Chile's coast is also the source of its renowned wines, with coastal vineyards benefiting from the temperate climate and sea breezes that help produce some of the country's finest wines. Whether you're seeking relaxation on pristine beaches or an action-packed adventure, Chile's coastline has something for everyone. From the world-class surf spots in the north to the tranquil shores of central Chile and the wild, remote beaches of Patagonia, the country's coastline offers endless possibilities for exploration and relaxation. In the north, surfers can take advantage of consistent waves and warm temperatures. In central Chile, families and beachgoers can enjoy sunbathing, beach volleyball, and delicious seafood at local beachside restaurants. And in the south, adventurers can find hidden beaches, isolated coves, and the perfect spot to disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature. Chile's coastline is a place of endless variety and beauty, offering everything from bustling beach towns to pristine, untouched shores. With its rich marine life, dramatic landscapes, and thriving culture, it's no wonder that Chile's beaches and coastal regions attract visitors from all over the world. Whether you're looking to surf, dive, explore, or simply relax, Chile's long and diverse coastline is waiting to offer you an unforgettable experience. Chile, a country stretching along the western edge of South America, is a land where ancient traditions and modern life intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of culture. From the bustling cities to the remote corners of the Andes Mountains, Chile's cultural diversity is as wide-ranging as its landscapes. With influences from its indigenous peoples, colonial history, and waves of European immigrants, Chile offers a unique cultural blend that's deep-rooted in its past, yet vibrant and alive in the present. Today, we're going to dive into the cultural richness of Chile, exploring its diverse heritage, ancient traditions, and the indigenous peoples, including the Mapuche, who have shaped the country's identity for thousands of years. Let's start by focusing on one of the most significant indigenous groups in Chile, the Mapuche. The Mapuche people, who have inhabited the central and southern regions of Chile for over 2,000 years, have played a crucial role in shaping the nation's cultural landscape. Known for their resilience and strong sense of identity, the Mapuche fought to maintain their land and traditions in the face of Spanish colonialism and later, modern pressures. Historically, the Mapuche lived in the fertile valleys and forests of Chile's south, where they cultivated crops like potatoes, corn, and quinoa. Their relationship with the land remains deeply spiritual, with many traditional practices revolving around nature, farming, and the cycles of the earth. The Mapuche's culture is also rich in arts, with their intricate weaving, wood carving, and pottery reflecting a connection to both the land and their ancestors. The Mapuche language, Mapudungun, is still spoken by many today, preserving their unique worldview and connection to the land. In addition to their language, the Mapuche continue to practice ancient rituals, such as the Ngilitan, a religious ceremony where offerings are made to nature spirits, reflecting a profound respect for the natural world. Their famous traro or traditional dress, which features brightly colored woven fabrics, is a symbol of their pride and resilience. The influence of the Mapuche and other indigenous groups extends far beyond language and traditional customs. Many of the foods we enjoy today in Chile have their origins in indigenous cultures. The Mapuche, for example, played an essential role in the domestication and cultivation of crops such as potatoes and corn, both of which are staples in the Chilean diet. These foods, along with others like mote, a type of grain, llama meat, and quinoa, remain important parts of Chilean cuisine. Mapuche influence can also be seen in Chilean music, with instruments like the cultrin, a traditional drum, being used in ceremonies and cultural celebrations. The Chilean folk music scene, particularly in the southern regions, draws heavily on Mapuche rhythms and melodies, providing a soundtrack to the country's cultural identity. While indigenous heritage remains the foundation of Chile's cultural identity, the arrival of Spanish colonizers in the 16th century brought significant changes that shaped the country's development. The colonial period introduced new customs, architecture, religion, and social structures, which mixed with the existing indigenous traditions to form a uniquely Chilean culture. Spanish colonialism brought Catholicism, which remains the dominant religion in Chile today. Catholic festivals, such as Fiesta de la Tirana, and the many Catholic saints' days that are celebrated throughout the country, reflect this enduring influence. Spanish art, music, and literature also became important aspects of Chile's cultural heritage, blending with indigenous elements to create new forms of expression. European immigrants, particularly from Italy, Germany, and France, arrived in Chile during the 19th and early 20th centuries, further enriching the country's cultural landscape. These immigrants brought their own languages, culinary traditions, and artistic influences, which can be seen in Chilean architecture, cuisine, and festivals. Art plays a significant role in Chile's cultural identity. Throughout the country's history, artists have drawn inspiration from the land, the people, and the challenges they have faced. Chile has a rich tradition of visual arts, literature, and music, which speaks to both the beauty of the land and the struggles of its people. In the world of visual arts, Chile is known for its surrealist and expressionist movements. Artists like Roberto Matta and the late Claudio Bravo achieved international acclaim for their work. The influence of indigenous art forms, such as weaving and pottery, can still be seen in modern Chilean art, and many contemporary artists draw from the nation's complex past to create pieces that speak to its present. Chile is also known for its literary tradition. The works of poets like Pablo Neruda and Gabriela Mistral, both Nobel laureates, have given the world a glimpse into the heart and soul of Chilean culture. Neruda, with his romantic and politically charged poems, captured the country's passion and its struggles, while Mistral's poems focus on themes of love, loss, and motherhood, echoing the timeless emotions that transcend borders. Chile's cultural diversity is also celebrated through its many festivals, each reflecting the unique traditions of different regions and communities. From the Grand Fiestas Patrias, Chile's national celebrations for independence, to the Carnaval Andino con la Fuerza del Sol in the north, where indigenous cultures blend with vibrant music and dancing, Chile's festivals showcase the depth of its cultural heritage. The Fiesta de la Tirana is one of Chile's most famous religious festivals, celebrated in the desert town of La Tirana. It is a beautiful display of traditional Mapuche dances, music, and costumes, combined with Catholic rituals, and it attracts visitors from across Chile and beyond. Chilean wine festivals are also a major cultural event, particularly in the wine-growing regions. These festivals celebrate the country's proud viticulture traditions, which trace their roots back to Spanish colonial times and have evolved into one of the world's most renowned wine industries. One of the most important aspects of Chilean culture is the emphasis on family and social connections. In Chile, family is at the heart of everything, and gatherings often involve large extended families sharing meals and stories. Sunday family lunches, complete with asado, barbecue, and pisco sour, are a staple of Chilean life, and they reflect the deep sense of community that is fundamental to the culture. Social gatherings are not only about food, but also about strengthening the bonds between family and friends. Chileans are known for their warmth and hospitality, often making visitors feel like part of the family. These strong social ties are a key element of Chilean society and a reflection of the cultural values that have been passed down through generations. Chile's cultural heritage is a beautiful fusion of indigenous traditions, Spanish colonial influence, and modern European immigration. This blend has created a society that values its history, respects its diverse roots, and celebrates the traditions that have shaped the nation. From the resilient Mapuche people to the influence of European settlers, Chile's cultural diversity is a vital part of its identity, a nation that honors the past while looking toward a vibrant future. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the rich cultural heritage of Chile. From the resilient Mapuche people to the beautiful fusion of indigenous and European influences, we've seen how Chile's past shapes its present. If you enjoyed exploring Chile's diverse heritage with us, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from around the world. Your support helps us bring you more incredible content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.